The meeting will come to order. Madam Chaplain, Vanessa Carrion from Metro Technology Center will give the thought for today.
If your actions inspire others to dream more, learn more, do more, you are a leader. John Quincy Adams.
The emblem is symbolic of the SkillsUSA organization. You're about to witness the emblem ceremony, in which the meaning of each component of our emblem will be given and the significance of the colors described. Madam Parliamentarian.
The shield represents patriotism. The shield denotes our belief in democracy, liberty, and the American way of life. Madam Reporter.
The gear represents the industrial society. The gear, symbolic of the industrial society, denotes the interdependence and cooperation of the individual, working together with labor and cooperation of the betterment of the environment. Madam Treasurer.
The torch represents knowledge. The flaming torch reflects the light of knowledge, which dispels the darkness of ignorance. In the light of the torch, progress will be made towards the vocational goals of the individual. Madam Secretary.
The orbital circles represent technology. The circles represent the challenge of modern technology and the training needed to accept and master new technical frontiers and the need for continuous education. Madam Vice President.
The hands represent the individual. The hands portray a search for knowledge and our desire to acquire a skill. In the process of attaining knowledge and skill, we will develop a respect for the dignity of work and become productive and responsible citizens. Mr. Historian.
With the affixing of the golden hands, we have the final official color of SkillsUSA. The colors of our emblem represent our organization. Red and white represent the individual states and the chapters. Blue represents the common union of the states and the chapters. And gold represents the individual, the most important element of SkillsUSA. Mr. President.
All of the components constitute our emblem. Separately, they can be applied to many organizations, but as one unit, they represent the fundamental principles and purposes of our organization. The emblem represents SkillsUSA. Please rise for the presentation of colors and remain standing for the national anthem.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we held at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars were so gallantly streaming, and the rockets red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say, does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave?
We will now respect the flag with the Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge allegiance to the flag Could a member of the Francis Tuttle Color Guard and our singer Xavier Littleton return to the stage? We would like to thank Xavier Littleton with this plaque of recognition, saying that you have served a great part in our organization, and that we show our gratitude. Thanks. Thank you. We have another one for the Color Guard of Francis Tuttle Technology Center, saying we would like, Fall Leadership Conference Presentation in Colors for special service in the development of industrial youth, and to express sincere appreciation for their faith and their support of our goals and purposes. Welcome to the annual Northwest District Fall Leadership Conference. My name is Garrett Smith, and I'm your Northwest District President. I am a student at Autry Technology Center, and I am in the Graphic Arts program. My instructor is Ms. Cheryl Cooksey. I would like to recognize all the school in attendance today. Autry Technology Center. Canadian Valley Technology Center. Chisholm Trail Technology Center. Francis Tuttle Technology Center, Portland campus. Francis Tuttle Technology Center, the Reno campus. Francis Tuttle Technology Center, Rockwell campus. Metro Tech South Bryant campus. And finally, Metro Tech Spring Lake campus. Are there any schools which were not mentioned? Madam Secretary and Madam Treasurer.
Hi, my name is Jenica Burton. I am your Northwest District Secretary. I attend the cosmetology program at Metro Technology Center South Bryant campus, and my instructor and advisor is Ms. Sandy McMahon. The purpose of a leadership conference is to instill a sense of belonging. a desire to become involved, and an opportunity to learn about working with other members, leading, and making commitment for a difference.
Hello, my name is Heather Downing, and I am your Northwest District Treasurer. I'm a graphic arts student at Autry Technology Center, and my advisor is Ms. Cheryl Quincy. We are very fortunate today to have a number of exceptional presenters. If any group facilitators are present at this meeting, please stand and be recognized. Let's give all of our facilitators a round of applause in our appreciation of their support and generous donations of time. Our president will introduce our guest speaker.
Our speaker this morning is Carla Monjeras. Carla is a second-year digital media student at Canadian Valley Technology Center. Carla is our SkillsUSA Oklahoma State parliamentarian. She loves inspiring people and loves to help anyone. Carla plans to attend college for business. Please join me in giving a big SkillsUSA welcome to Ms. Carla Monjeras.
Alrighty, so before we get started, can everyone stand up and stretch? I know it's the morning, but I need you guys to stand up right now. Stand up and stretch it out and do some twists and turns. Alrighty, you guys can go ahead and sit down. What if I told you that your past is not truly yours? Because it was never meant to be yours. My name is Carla Monjeras, and I'm about to give you one heck of a sit down by making you question yourself. Her name was Carter. At a post-secondary conference, I had the privilege to meet Carter. She was in CAD. She told me about her childhood and how she was constantly bullied throughout her life, never truly having anybody there to support her, to be there for her. Come time around college, she had to drop out due to medical reasons. But she was so passionate about wanting to help others that were in the mental health system because she was in there herself. She told me, I want to do something with my life, but I don't know what. The mental health system is so broken. I told her, you need to be a speaker, because what you just told me right now, everyone in this room needs to hear what you just said. Come to find out, her dream is to be a speaker, to be an advocate, a voice for those that are silenced in the mental health system. Because she has gone through it herself, and she believes it is time for an improvement. In point, you are currently, at this moment, writing your testimony, your past experiences, what you went through. Your story is not truly yours, but yours to give. Could you imagine the missed out impact? If it wasn't for you going through what you did, would you still advocate for those that have no voice? After all, they need someone to relate to. You see, your testimony is the key to your mission in life. What is a career? If there is no mission, what is a purpose? If there is no testimony. Your goal in life is to not just find a job. It's to have a mission. Plus, it sounds cooler. The way to find your mission is to acknowledge that you have a past. Now I ask you this. What do you see in your future? besides lunch. Have you thought about the impact of your testimony? How will others recognize you? How will you be known to others? You see, it is these questions that we are so challenged with asking ourselves, but it is these questions that will make our ambitions known to us. You see, I am not asking you to be perfect. That is not at all what this is about. This is about you realizing the type of impact that you can have at another person's life. What is your testimony? And what are you doing with that testimony? As a child, my family was broken. I went through some traumatic experiences which soon ended me up in a hospital twice. I missed school and I lost friends. On top of that, I was on 13 pills a day. And on top of that, I went through 6 therapists in total. You see, my life was not perfect. And I was told to get over it many times growing up, but how do you erase trauma when it has permanently stained your thoughts? I was so ashamed of my past, I tucked it in the darkest corner of my mind and said, never again will I ever look at this. I can't look at this. I'm not going to. Only I didn't realize how bad it molded into until I turned on the light and had a panic attack. That's when I realized this was going to go one of 2 ways. Either this was going to consume me, or I was finally going to take charge of my mind. If it wasn't for what I went through, I wouldn't strive to be the person that I needed in my life today. To you and to those I serve, I'm going to ask you again, what is your testimony? Is there any value in an idea if there is no action? But what is desire if there is no mission, no purpose, ultimately purpose? Chicks that are in capacity to find mission. We start to think we're not good enough for anything and that there is no purpose for us because we haven't found a mission. We care so much to know the answers right now, but it is right now that we need to realize that our testimony is right now. But in order to do that, give yourself permission to embrace imperfection and happiness. Success will find you because you have become realistic. You will have become relatable. We spend so much trying to take control of our lives, we don't take a break because we can't. Anybody in here with kids or anyone that depends on them, another life that depends on them? Anybody here dealing with kids or anything like that? I want to give a round of applause to those that are dealing with kids. Anybody in here dealing with school and work and life and college, and it just feels like the weight of the world is on your shoulders? Bless y'all. We get so caught up in the world of, I have to do this and I need to do that, and everything is due today, that we can't take a break, though there is no sugarcoating that. But there is also no sugarcoating mental strain. You can't spray Febreze on that. Now I'm going to ask everyone that did and didn't raise their hands. How is that affecting your home life, your relationships? Because honey, how do you expect to be saved by a drowning lifeguard when you too are drowning? I want you to take a moment to self-reflect your testimony, your past experiences, your purpose, your mission. Because I promise there's something at the back of your mind trying to tell you something. Take 3 minutes, that's all it takes. 3 minutes to lay your head down and to self-reflect. Through the course of my life, I've always wanted to show others a new perspective. I didn't know I always wanted to help others until I became a SkillsUSA state officer. And once I was enrolled into this world of challenges, I realized there are so many outliers out there that need a friend. And so I took the time to stray away from my team because they were, like I once was, alone. My challenge to you is to just consider your testimony, that there is a mission, that you do have a purpose, that you could save a life. Whether that be being a part of a CTSO, and talking with students on a grand scale, or in your classrooms, lending your neighbor a hand, or better yet, an ear. If you can believe in Santa Claus for 6 years, I'm positive you can believe in yourself for 5 seconds. As I look around this room, I see great potential. And these words I leave to you that you consider for your future. That your purpose, your passion, that it scares people, honey. How your name, that when said into a room, makes the skin of people go thicker as the air splits in two. To say you made it, to say you did it, to say there is nothing more liberating than your dreams grow legs and learn to run. Because success is never about knowing what you now have, but it is knowing that you could. In the first place, success is not a destination. Success is not a purpose, because why settle for rolling the dice when you know you can reinvent the game? They say Icarus was a fool for flying too close to the sun. I say because of him, we now know how close we can get. Do not lose sight of what really matters, because when it's all said and done, it is those that lifted you up and there, when you overcame your obstacles, that will truly matter. You say, how could I? You say, how could I ever be able, and would I ever be able? Well, Martin Luther King Jr. once said, if you can't fly, then run. If you can't run, then walk. And if you can't walk, then crawl. But by all means, keep moving forward. My words I leave unto you. This world will only be set in stone by those that couldn't do something themselves, but turned by those that challenge the world itself. My name is Carla Monjaras, your SkillsUSA Oklahoma State parliamentarian. It has been a pleasure speaking with you. Thank you for lending me your ears, and as always, I cannot wait to hear your story. Thank you.
Carla, can you please come back up here, please? Carla, please accept this certificate and gift as a token of our gratitude to you. Thank you. I am honored to call one of your SkillsUSA Oklahoma State officers to the stage to bring a welcome from your state officer team, Mr. Carlos Herrera.
Good morning, everyone. On behalf of the state officer team, we want to welcome you to your Northwest District Fall Leadership Conference. We hope that you guys go out and get inspired to compete in your skills and leadership competitions. I stepped out of my comfort zone to run for state officer, and I'm really glad I did. You cannot imagine the opportunities that we had serving as your state officer team. It has truly been a blessing. Thank you guys. Mr. President.
one of my classmates to the stage. Mr. Jackson Minton designed this year's conference t-shirt, and it is truly amazing. Jackson is a very talented graphic designer. He was on the promotional bulletin board team with me that represented Oklahoma in Louisville, and he helped us bring home the gold. He also served as an intern in the Autry marketing department this summer. Jackson would like to present you with this plaque and an official conference t-shirt. It is now my pleasure to introduce our parliamentarian, Izzy Haney, historian, Elijah Bryson, and our chaplain, Vanessa Carey.
Greetings, I am Izzy Haney. I'm enrolled in the cosmetology program at Canadian Valley Technology Center. Ms. Stephanie Davidson is my instructor and advisor. Last summer, Elijah and I had the honor of attending the SkillsUSA Summer Leadership Institute in June. You cannot imagine how much fun we had. At first, I was very nervous about getting up and talking in front of people, but as the week progressed, I found that I truly enjoyed the journey I was on. During September, we spent 3 days in Norman at the district officer training. Our entire team benefited from training in public speaking, team bonding, and leadership. I am so glad that I took the opportunities my instructor challenged me with last year and stepped out of my comfort zone. It truly has paid off and given me skills which will last a lifetime. We hope to motivate at least one of you to step to the challenge and truly get involved in SkillsUSA this year. Elijah will now issue your first challenge.
Greetings, I'm Elijah Bryson, and I'm your Northwest District Historian. I'm an entrepreneurship student at Metro Technology Centers, and my advisor is Ms. Tashika Adams. There are many opportunities for you to be involved in SkillsUSA and earn recognition for yourself and have fun doing it. You have a chance today to get involved. The Statesman Award will be given to anyone who can recite the motto, pledge, the colors, and their meanings, and say one of the officers' parts in the opening and closing ceremony. I encourage each of you to work hard during our breaks and earn this award. This is the only time this year you have an opportunity to earn the Northwest District Statesman Award.
Good morning, I am Vanessa Carrion. I am a cosmetology student at Metro Tech South Bryan campus. Ms. Sandy McMahon is my advisor and instructor. You will have 2 opportunities to get your list signed off during breaks. Just by one of the officers or district advisors. We will be easy to find as we'll be wearing our red polo shirts. When all items are signed, turn in your sheet to one of the district advisors. Certificates will be presented at the end of this conference. Reporter Brooke Brown will be responsible for presenting information to you so that your experience here at the Leadership Conference will benefit you more. Madam Reporter.
Hi guys, I'm Brooke Brown and I attend the cosmetology program at Canadian Valley. My advisor and instructor is Tammy Chastain. Immediately after this session, there will be cookies and beverages out in the east side of the auditorium. Please be careful with your food items. We want to leave here exactly how we came. We don't want to have any messes or anything. We will be reassembling in the halls and breakout rooms following the refreshments. If you're prepared to recite your Statesman Award requirements, please find an officer and recite it to them immediately because we don't want to be rushed at the end of the conference. Northwest District officers and advisors will be wearing the red polos. At 10:30, you will need to go to an interest session. Each session will be in one of the divided rooms in the seminar center and will be identified with your program on the outside of each one. The interest session meetings will last until 11:25 and we will reassemble in the auditorium for another session to work on the Northwest District Statesman Award. Please try to earn your certificate today because today will be the only day you will be able to do it this year. Now our District Vice President, Emily Fletcher, will explain a few things about today's breakout session.
Good morning, my name is Emily Fletcher and I'm your Northwest District Vice President. I attend the pre-engineering program at Francis Tuttle Technology Center, Portland campus, and Tracy Cooper is my advisor. This is a smoke-free facility. No school student is allowed to smoke anywhere on the premises, and no smokeless tobacco products are allowed either. No students are allowed in the parking lot area without an advisor, so please don't go there. Keep your voices down as you pass to and from the inter-sessions, as there are classes going on throughout the rest of this facility throughout the rest of the day. Please give your presenters the respect they deserve. They have taken time from their busy schedules to share their expertise with us. If you are asked to leave a session, you will be escorted by your school advisor and will not be allowed to participate in any other activities. No food or drink is allowed in the meeting rooms. It is my pleasure to introduce Jason Floyd, who has helped coordinate this activity. If you have any questions, he will address them.
And staff of Canadian Valley and the Northwest District Advisor, I'd like to welcome everyone to the largest Northwest Fall District leadership in history. Give yourselves a hand. The previous record was over 400 attendees. This year we had 640 registered attendees, so that's amazing. We beat the record by almost 200. Like I said before, when we do the breakout session, I want you to look for these signs to my right, and also these guys will be dressed in red polos, and we have some state officers as well that will sign off on your Statesman's Award. For our advisors, we will have an advisor jam session in the Student Services Classroom A. That's just right down the hall and upstairs behind the break area. I encourage all advisors to attend this event. Lastly, I'd like to take any questions, and we're going to get started. Any questions from the audience? Great. Again, thank you, and welcome to the conference. We're so glad you're here at Canadian Valley.
It is truly an honor to introduce the National SkillsUSA alumni and friends, Mr. Terry Robinson, Region 4 Representative Board Member, Mr. Bruce Long, and Oklahoma Northwest District Member, Ms. Maria Lopez, and State Board Member, Danae Dini.
Well, I don't know if I should talk or I should neigh because I'm a little hoarse today, but my name is Maria. I serve as your Northwest Region representative on the Oklahoma Alumni Board. We really want to encourage you guys to sign up for alumni. My journey with SkillsUSA started at the Northwest District Conference. It really sparked my interest with SkillsUSA, and now I have this passion for this organization. And your journey with Skills doesn't have to end once you graduate. You guys can sign up to be on the alumni board. So once you graduate, you go off to college, you move out of the state. That membership is good for life, and you guys will stay connected with this organization. Is that it?
So this is my alma mater. I completed my courses here actually under T-Rob's supervision, thank goodness. So it's great to be back here. It's great to see this whenever I last attended a Northwest conference. Personally, as president for the Northwest District, there was maybe half of this crowd here. So it's awesome to see the outreach that SkillsUSA can produce. Let me just ask this, who in this room has had someone do something nice for them? Does that spark an interest in you to want to give back to that person, to want to do something honorable to them? So this is how I want you to look at it. The alumni board is that person. SkillsUSA is that organization. If you get out of SkillsUSA what you put into it, every single day, there's something that comes out of my business professional world or out of my personal life that I can contribute to SkillsUSA, that I can thank SkillsUSA for. So if you have the ability to be involved and continue to give back to an organization that gave to you, the way you can do it is by signing up for the alumni.
For most of you, this is your first experience with SkillsUSA. I really encourage you to make this just the first, and you're going to have many, many more. Be involved in your program. Get your instructor aside and say, hey, I want to be a part of this. I want to do more than just show up. I want to be involved. So I encourage you to do that. Let's hear it for your officer team up there.
We will now take a refreshment break, which will be followed by the interest sessions. We will reconvene here at 12 p.m. for the award ceremony.